this government, when it comes to AI, this government, when it comes to digitalization, this government, when it comes to how we are able to digitize everything that we do in this country, has lost focus. They have failed. And that is why, to the young boy who is sitting in circle, hoping that this government is coming to inject some money into his program, the apps that is developing, I am telling you, this government is a Midofo Adadame government that you do not need to put some trust in them. To the young boy in Impraiso, who is hoping that this government is going to employ him, to the young boy in Zabzugu, who is hoping that this government is going to provide some employment to them, what I'm telling them is that, look no further. Now, I buy way there. In fact, it is wrong. They have no plans for us.
You know, we speak English. Whatever you say in Tree, you translate into English.
Omonyo is a fancy word. If a fancy man says Omonyo, my big brother Tamios is here. It means that it is overly bad. I say a pro, and that is what this government has done. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute to this statement.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, what he said is not fancy. Yes. What he said is not fancy. Yes. And it doesn't sound fancy. And the real fancy word is omunyo. What he said is wrong. So he needs to withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, I seek to withdraw Omonyo and replace with Omonyo.
You don't have the floor. It's now the turn of Honorable Eriko Poku. Honorable, you have 15 minutes. You are speaking for 15 minutes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute to the motion on the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker, my colleague, Honorable Davis Opoku, MP for Mprayeso, has described the budget before the House as empty budget. And the basis of this statement is that the budget did not provide enough resources for capital investment. I want to start my debate from these critical issues that my colleague has raised before the House. Mr. Speaker, indeed, I agree with him perfectly. Capital expenditure or capital investment induces long-term economic development. It creates sustainable employment. It increases incomes and establishes conditions that encourage private sector investment. And so when you invest in capital projects, you are creating jobs. You are expanding your economy. And as the economy burgeons, you liberate your people from the shackles of poverty in the country.
Wisdom.
Mr. Speaker, I have with me the 2024 budget presented on the floor of this House by our colleagues when they were in the majority. Mr. Speaker, in 2024, just 11 months ago, the budget provided for capital expenditure, which was 28 billion Ghana cedis. And they indicated that out of the 28 billion, the Ghanaian economy can generate only 18 billion. The remaining 10 million was to be borrowed from outside Ghana. Just 10 months ago. Today, we are debating the 2026 budget. And the allocation for capital expenditure is 57 billion. 57 billion. Mr. Speaker, it is indicated in the 2026 budget that out of the 57 billion earmarked for capital expenditure, this economy can generate 45 billion. 45 billion. In fact, when you look at the total capital expenditure in the budget, you look at the capital expenditure plus the capital component of the earmark funds, and in the 2024 budget altogether, your total was 38 billion. Today, after just 10 months in office, the government of the NDC, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has increased our capital budget from the 38 billion to 77 billion. 103% increase. And you are here condemning this. And you are describing this document as empty. It means you don't have better appreciation of it. Mr. Speaker, it is important to note this, that in the 2024 budget, they projected that if they happen to be in power, in government again, in 2026, they will increase Ghana's capital budget to 44 billion. We are doing 77 billion. And you have the courage, the temerity to stand before this August House to describe this budget as empty. Mr. Speaker, he also spoke about non-payment of contractors, that we are not paying contractors. Mr. Speaker, I have the 2024 budget here. The budget your government presented to this House just 10 months ago, you projected that 2026, if you happen to be in government again, you pay arrears of 12 billion. 12 billion. Read the 2026 budget. We have provided arrears 29 billion. My brother, you don't know the contents of the budget. Mr. Speaker, I am quoting from page 161 of the 2026 budget and page 176 of the 2024 budget. Mr. Speaker, I see a shift from expenditure on goods and services to expenditure on capital projects. We now have a government that thinks about the people, that thinks about the future of this country. And the government says that let us not spend the monies in the offices. Let's prioritize the interests of the Ghanaian people above our private interests. And Mr. Speaker, I want to demonstrate this. In the 2024 budget, the budget they presented before the House 10 months ago, they stated under goods and services that 2026 they will spend 14.5 billion, that's 15 billion on goods and services. That's office expenditure. Government changed. The NDC government is in office. And we have presented the 2026 budget. We are saying that no, we cannot expend 15 billion as office expenditure. We have reduced it to 13 billion. And you are not applauding this. They even projected that if they happen to be in government, in 2027, office expenditure will increase to 17 billion. And we, in the 2026 budget, we are saying that we'll do 14 billion. We are cutting down office expenditure and then increasing capital expenditure. Is this not the way to grow the economy? So what are you criticizing? Then, Mr. Speaker, on a more serious note, these people were on a journey to destroy our nation. And I'm coming to demonstrate that. And I'm happy. I'm happy that at the gallery today, we have school children. and they will listen to what they have done, the damage they have done to the Ghanaian economy, and they still have the guts to stand before us here to debate us. Mr. Speaker, in 2024, this is the budget they presented before us here. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, in the 2024 budget, they told us that inflows into the health insurance fund will be 9 billion Ghana cedis. The Ghanaian people will pay for quality health service amounting to 9 billion Ghana cedis. But when they get that 9 billion, they will make available only 6.5 billion Ghana cedis to the fund. And they will expend the rest on office expenditure. So quality health care was never your priority. Today you sit here, you argue that we lack basic things in our hospitals. Now who costs come? Today, in the 2026 budget, we have projected an inflow of 11 billion Ghana cedis into the health insurance fund. And we are saying that the entire 11 billion will be released to the fund. Is this not good news? Now let me go to Get Fund. The reason why we still have schools under trees in this country, the reasons why our children are still being schooled in dilapidated blocks, it is all because they collected monies meant for the development of school infrastructure and diverted it for other purposes. Mr. Speaker, listen to this. In the India budget, 2024 budget, they indicated that inflows into Get Fund will be 8 billion. Now, when they receive the 8 billion, when the Ghanaian people pay taxes for them to build schools, to develop education, and deliver quality education to the people of Ghana, they will give the Ghanaian people, out of the 8 billion, only 3.2 billion. Only 3.2 billion. My brother Kwaku is here. He knows this, but he can't talk about it. You know. I know you know this. This is what you did. So the Ghanaian people pay taxes. Government, take my taxes and build schools for our children. The government took the money, 8 billion, and gave just 3.2 billion to Get Fund to build schools. Even that one, they collateralized 60.2 of the 3.2 billion through a vehicle called Dachi PLC. You think we have forgotten? Today, in this budget, NDC is saying that Get Fund, we're expecting an inflow of 9.8 billion, 10 billion, and you give the entire 10 billion to Get Fund to enable them build schools. And you call this budget empty. Mr. Speaker, when you go to paragraph 557 and 558 of the budget, we are saying that because of the resources we are making available for school development, for the development of education, in 2026, we are building 2 technical universities. 2 technical universities. One in Jasekan, one in Techiman. We are saying that we are also partnering the Catholic Church to build a new university in Damango. And you think that the people are not happy? We are saying that we are building 2 public universities. 2 public universities. One in Kintampo. Mr. Speaker, are you saying that the people are not happy? One in Techiman. You are saying that they are not happy? Within 1 year, we want to build 5 universities. 5 universities. Tell us whether in the period of 1 year, 8 years, were you able to complete 2 universities in this country? No. And now you call this empty. Mr. Speaker, let's move on. Road fund. I've heard some of our colleagues, I've heard some of them complaining that our roads are bad. Fix the roads. They are mounting pressure here and there. As if they don't know what they did. In their own budget, 2024, they projected revenue inflow of 2.8 billion into the road fund and said that when they receive the money, they will give the road fund only 1.1 billion. Today, we are projecting 3 billion Ghana cedis into the road fund. And we are saying that we are giving the entire 3 billion to the road fund for the maintenance of our roads. Mr. Speaker, President Mahama, through this budget, is laying a solid foundation for the development of our country. For the first time in the history of this country, Mahama is proposing in this budget to construct an expressway in Ghana. Expressway. We have never seen that one in Ghana. Apart from Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who did the motorway, Mahama is the next president to construct an express road here in Ghana. That road spans from Accra to Kumasi. According to the design, on that road, we are constructing 8 interchanges. 8! And you call this budget empty. Mr. Speaker, apart from Kwame Nkrumah, who invested in the construction of the Akoso Modine to generate 1,200 megawatts of power, that huge investment is still benefiting Ghanaians. Mahama is the next president. In this budget, he's proposing to set up thermal plants to generate 1,200 megawatts of power. And you say this is not a good budget? Mr. Speaker, I think it is important for us that after the presentation of the budget in the workshop, you allow us, the ministers who generated the budget, to come and participate, to come and educate our colleagues, especially those in opposition. Because I have listened to all the arguments they are talking about. They are just debating on commentaries. They are not talking about substance. Mr. Speaker, let me crave your indulgence.
Honourable members, let me also announce the presence of students from University Basic School, North Campus. They are led by Mr. Victor Fifi Adson, headmaster. They are from Cape Coast North. They numbered 144. Then we also have Weja Model Basic School, led by Miss Dorothy Mbro, head teacher. They are from Weja Bawe. They numbered 104. Honorable members, on your behalf, I welcome them and urge them to have a fruitful visit to Parliament. May you resume your seat. Honorable members, it's now the turn of Honorable Alassane Tampoli Sulemana. You are speaking for 15 minutes. You have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful for the opportunity to contribute to the motion before this House. Mr. Speaker, before I go to the substantive issues, I'd like to quickly take note of a comment regarding the intention to produce power up to 1,200 megawatts of power. Mr. Speaker, what we are seeing today happened in 2015. In the heat of the Dumsor crisis, what this party, the NDC party, did to us as Ghanaians was to go about signing more and more power purchase agreements. And in the end, what happened? we had oversubscription. Mr. Speaker, we have 5,300 megawatts of installed capacity. 5,300 megawatts of installed capacity. And Mr. Speaker, peak demand is about 3,500. Mr. Speaker, we have in excess of almost 2,000 megawatts. So what are you signing 1,200 megawatts for? Mr. Speaker, we must be very careful, because when you do this, you add to the charges that the Ghanaian people have to pay. And it is the reason why we were paying nearly $600 million annually. And in 2018 alone, we paid extra capacity of $1 billion. And we must be very careful what we are doing. Mr. Speaker, what are we generating the power for? The production side, the transmission side. What we need more is the distribution side. How to take power to the distinguished leaders' communities in Baku Central. How to take power to Honorable Doyo's communities. That is what we need. The power is available. We need the transmission lines, and we need to distribute the power. Basically, that is what we need, not to go and add to power which we already have. Mr. Speaker, the speaker just before me should have looked at the public gallery today and compare the public gallery to Thursday when the Minister for Finance was presenting the budgets. Today's gallery is even more full than what we saw on Thursday. It tells you the level of lack of confidence in the investor community. Mr. Speaker, the diplomatic community was not here. The only person that we found was your chairman. Apart from that, Mr. Speaker, nobody was interested. It's as if they knew that the budget is going to be as empty as the public gallery. Mr. Speaker, I refer to page 126, page 77 to 76 to 77 of the budget statements. The area that has to do with transportation. Mr. Speaker, I have read the budget and I've read the appendices, and it's extremely sad that this government is paying so much lip service to the railway sector. I see only 70 million Ghana cedis being allocated to the railway sector. Mr. Speaker, we have to put our hands where our mouth is, isn't it? Mr. Speaker, $70 million comes to about less than $7 million. 70 million cedis comes to about less than $7 million. Mr. Speaker, what can $7 million do for the railway sector? Mr. Speaker, I'll give you one example. The construction of the 97-kilometer railway line, standard gauge railway line from Tema to Mpaka Dam, cost us almost $500 million. And so if you throw $7 million at the railway sector, what are you doing? Mr. Speaker, $1 billion has been raised in this chamber, and we know what $1 billion, for instance, can do. From where we ended at Mpaka Dam, you need about $1 billion to take the railway line all the way to Nkwanta. Mr. Speaker, there is a very good reason why we have to do this railway. Our government ended it at Mpaka Dam. What you have to do in order not to make it stranded asset is to be able to do the terminal, exit terminal at Mpaka Dam, and go and do the entry terminal at Bupe, so that we can move cargo on the barges all the way to Bupe and then move them to the northern part of the country and to the Sahelian regions. Mr. Speaker, what are we seeing? As we speak today, Mr. Speaker, the Edum to Kase Railway Network Lines contract has been cancelled by this government. Edum to Kase, it has been cancelled. Mr. Speaker, this same $1 billion that I'm talking about, you can construct a railway line from Accra and go past Kumasi, 250 kilometers with $1 billion. And all we are thinking about is presidential jets for the luxury of the executive. Is that your priority? Is that what you told the Ghanaian people? Is that what we told them? the people are suffering, and you are buying jets. To do what? Mr. Speaker, the railway line that we are talking about, Mr. Speaker, we have natural resources at a place called Sheni in the Zabuzugu Tatali area. Mr. Speaker, we have petroleum deposits, and GMPC and its subsidiary Exploco have started, activities in my constituency. Mr. Speaker, we need to do these railways so that when we find the products, we mine them, we produce, we are able to move them to areas where we can ship them to where they are needed. Mr. Speaker, so what are we doing? It's a litany of misplaced priorities. We are doing an expressway. Expressway. Mr. Speaker, we have an existing road to Kumasi. We have dualized from Accra to Apedra. What is left for us to be able to dualize the rest? Or we can make it 3-lane. Mr. Speaker, why are we doing an alternative road so that what? We maintain the two? You are going to be maintaining the expressway and you'll be maintaining the current road. Mr. Speaker, this is misplaced priority. And I want to submit with all due respect that the Minister for Finance and this government and the cabinet must reconsider that decision. It's misplaced. You can do roads in your various communities. Don't you need them? Mr. Speaker, you can see that my colleagues are not here on the other side because they are going to chase roads. And you are going to put the road in one area. Mr. Speaker, we have a challenge. His Excellency the President in July this year met with Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders. Mr. Speaker, and they put some concerns before His Excellency the President. And Mr. Speaker, if you permit me, I would read just a portion and I'll put it before the table office. Mr. Speaker, the President of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders said, and I quote, "If you have 20 containers on one bill of lading, you are charged 20 separate administrative fees. But in China, you are charged only once per bill of lading." And the President directed that they should do something about it. Mr. Speaker, we compare with what is happening in Nigeria. When you take the typical custom clearance documents in Nigeria, you have 13 charges: import documentation fee, port additional charge, container cleaning and maintenance, tellers release, amendment charge, stamp duty, documentation fee issuance, container deposit, another container deposit, and the third one, and the last one. 13. Mr. Speaker, in Togo, you have 8. And Mr. Speaker, I need help to mention the number of charges that we have when you take our custom declaration form. Mr. Speaker, I need help to count with me. Mr. Speaker, import levy, import VAT.
Can you
import
also
national health
do us
insurance
a favor
levy.
by telling us the effective date?
Which one?
The effective date of what you are...
Mr. Speaker,
ready.
This is the rate. Sorry. Mr. Speaker, this is the existing rate, and we were told by this government that we are going to do something about the port charges. And I'm going to demonstrate that nothing has been done. Mr. Speaker, the effective date today is import levy, 1. Import VAT, 2. Import national health insurance levy, 3. Get fund levy, 4. Import excise duty, 5. Examination fee, 6. AU levy, 7. ECOWAS levy, 8. Processing fee, 9. Special import levy, 10. Interest charge, 11. State warehousing rent, 12. Exim levy, 13. Shippers levy, 14. Network charge, 15. Network VAT, 16. Network charge COVID, 17. Ghana shippers, 18. Network charge national health insurance levy, 19. 1% withholding tax on imports. And then, Mr. Speaker, finally, container charges, updating. 21. Mr. Speaker, updating. Mr. Speaker, we were voted into power to come and solve problems, not to leave the problems as they are. And then tell us when did they come? Mr. Speaker, you are supposed to solve the problem. Mr. Speaker, we are told, for instance, that government officials have gone to COP30 in Brazil. Mr. Speaker, they are attending the climate change conference. And we're hoping that at the very least, we will live by what we practice. Mr. Speaker, we are attending climate change conference. And this government inherited an arrangement that produced for us 10 electric buses out of 100. Mr. Speaker, today as we speak, not a single electric bus has been brought apart from the ones that we gave to this country. Mr. Speaker, not a single bus. Mr. Speaker, again, when you go to the $1 billion, do you know what $1 billion can do for Metro Mass, SIC, GPRTU, Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council? You can give them 4,000 buses. Mr. Speaker, 4,000 buses. And all we are thinking about is executive debt, long range, medium range. Mr. Speaker, we have a presidential jet which is operational. It has gone for servicing and it is currently airworthy. And in the words of the Minister for Foreign Affairs, it is in a pristine condition. Mr. Speaker, we are not opposed to government procuring helicopters for the military and other needed accoutrements. But Mr. Speaker, we are opposed to acquisition of luxury jets for the use of the president and ministers of state. Mr. Speaker, those are not the priorities of the people. Mr. Speaker, the Minister for Agri just left here. Currently, in my constituency and in the entire north, some of my colleagues here are farmers. And you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Speaker,
you have the budget before you.
I do have the budget.
Link the budget to your statement that they are acquiring jets for president and executives.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, this one is a matter that has been settled before this house. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that is on page 136, and in particular, paragraph 1089, 1090,
Please
1091.
Quote them.
Mr. Speaker, it reads on page 136, Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Air Force will be retooled. Beginning 2026, the government of Ghana will begin the procurement process for the acquisition of 4 modern helicopters, 1 long-range and 1 medium-range aircraft. Mr. Speaker, this is the language that we use when we are buying a presidential jet. We bought it. President Kufuor bought a presidential jet, and this is the language. And when we came before this house in 2022 by the Minister for Defense at the time, this is the same language. It is the recommendation of the Ghana Armed Forces that we put before this house. So, Mr. Speaker, it is in essence a presidential jet. The current one that we have, it is in the name of the Air Force,
that is your own interpretation.
Mr. Speaker, 200 million cedis has been allocated to buffer stock to support farmers. Mr. Speaker, there is a glut. You buy fertilizer for over 400 cedis and you sell a bag of maize or soya beans for 200 Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, if care is not taken, next year, no farmer is going to do anything about his son. So, Mr. Speaker, we are sending a word of caution that the 200 million cedis that you have allocated to buffer stock to buy products from the farmers is inadequate. Mr. Speaker, in the Northeast alone, 200...
Honourable Member, your time is up. It's now the turn of Honourable Bawa Brahima. You have 15 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for permitting me to comment on the budget statement and economic policy for the year ending 2026. And I would like to make a brief comment on the acquisition of aircraft for the military. When the unfortunate incident of the August 6th happened in this country, the clarion call was that the Ghana Armed Forces and the Ghana Air Force need to be retooled. That was the clarion call. Even my friends on the other side, when we met, they said it. You even mentioned it. Sit down.
Honorable, we give you an uninterrupted time to debate. Will you resume your seat? Can you resume your seat? Resume your seat.
Let me.
You have the floor.
The assumption always is that President Mama is looking for a luxury jet. But let me refer them to paragraph 1092, which says that, Mr. Speaker, these aircraft are expected to be delivered in 4 years' time if the procurement processes are completed in 2026. So by 4 years' time, 2030, will President Mama be the president? No, we are thinking of resourcing the Ghana Air Force to ensure that it will be fit for purpose. As a country, we need to have an Air Force that will be fit for purpose. And that is what has found expression in this budget. Mr. Speaker, let me also thank the Finance Minister for making provision for the procurement of 100 fire tenders to the Ghana National Fire Service. The last time that the Ghana National Fire Service was retooled was during President Mills of blessed memory's time. That was around 2011. That we saw the Ghana National Fire Service, having new tenders. Now, when disasters occur, or even there's a fire outbreak, the Ghana National Fire Service are found wanting to attend to these fires and then to make sure that at least we stop them. My brother was talking about the Tembatu Pagadan Railway, but that project was started under the NDC. Even the original plan was to take it to Akosombo. You came and you divided, and even the funding was sought by the NDC. So if you have come and you have completed it, give credit where credit is due. Mr. Speaker, let me also state that the future of every country depends on the youth, education. When they get, all of us here, when it is time for school placement, we go around looking for schools, good schools for our wards to attend. We're looking for category A schools. Now, the solution to that problem has found expression in this budget. Right now, 10 category B schools are going to be upgraded to category A schools. What do we mean by that? It means that where resources are being channeled to ensure that at least libraries, classroom blocks, IT infrastructure are all put in place to ensure that at least we have those schools 10 to category A schools. Also, 30 category C schools are going, government is going to inject money to 30 category A schools to ensure that at least they also upgraded to category B schools to ensure that when it's time for me and you to look for placement for awards, we will not be found wanting. Mr. Speaker, during the previous regime, the President Mohammed's government undertook a massive educational improvement in the secondary schools by bringing in these E-blocks. After we lost power, from 2017 till date, all these E-blocks have been abandoned at various stages of completion. Now, about 30 of them, 30 E-blocks are going to be constructed, to be completed. And I am happy and excited because I have an E-block in my constituency that has been abandoned ever since the NDC lost power. And the people of Justice University are going to be happy to see this E-block being brought back to life. And then also, under the same education, government is constructing about 200 new junior high schools. And this is an ambitious project to ensure that at least, and to ensure that at least to eliminate the trees, schools and the trees that we have inherited. 200 new primary schools and then 200 new cages are also going to be built. And all these are coming with furnishing, not just empty classrooms as we have been having. Now they will be coming with furnishing. Also, what excites me most is the teacher doubling policy that we proposed in our manifesto. Mr. Speaker, every morning in my constituency, you find teachers commuting to various places, to their villages, to go and teach. And now that problem is going to be solved by the construction of 400 new teachers' quarters, with 4 units. It means that each unit can house about 4 teachers. And this is going to help in the retention of teachers in the deprived areas, and also help to ensure that at least our children who most of the time are left due to teacher absenteeism will be a thing of the past. Also, 200 million or 2 million monodesks are going to be constructed to be distributed to schools to ensure that the issue of classroom furniture becomes a thing of the past. Mr. Speaker, I come from an agrarian constituency. That's a and what excites me most is the construction of these farmers' services centers. When it's time for plowing or when farming season, you find out that most farmers find it difficult to even get tractors to plow their farms. And also even getting credit to buy inputs to use on their farms sometimes becomes difficult. And so with the establishment of these farm service centers, tractors are going to be made available, fertilizers made available, seed made available, and this will go a long way to help the farmers to be able to produce more and then also to be able to make ends meet. What also is of importance to me, Mr. Speaker, is the 1,000 kilometers enclave routes. I was in the constituency last weekend, and the cry of the constituents was that their roads, their farm roads, were very bad. This is because previous governments, your government, neglected the roads. Previously, every year, the roads were given on contract for reshaping. I can say, without mentioning words, that for the past 8 years, almost all the roads leading to our farming smaller communities in my constituency were neglected and were not worked on. And as such, right now, farmers are finding it difficult to even cut their farm produce to the market. And so this program of bringing 1,000 kilometers to construct for the agri-enclave routes is going to help our farmers to be able to cut their foodstuffs from the farm centers to the markets. And also, we, the people of Ejura feel that this budget is a budget of hope. This budget is a budget that is going to inspire growth and also ensure that at least we get the needed productivity that we want. So I would therefore want to plead with my colleagues and all of us here to accept this budget, support the government and approve this budget of the government of Ghana for the year 2026. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
I will then proceed to give the floor to Honorable Martin Kweku Ajay Mensah. You have 15 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to add some commentary to the government's budget statement and economic policy as presented to this House. Mr. Speaker, before I go into the subject matter, I just want to say that in engaging in such exercises as we are doing here, trust and credibility is important. Mr. Speaker, consistency is important. Over the last few days, my colleagues have sought to point to us a lot of inaccuracies in the budget statement. Mr. Speaker, I go to page 49, paragraph 330. Mr. Speaker, I quote, concurrently, the Legislative Review Committee began a reviewing critical laws, including the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 923, and the Pre-Tertiary Education Act 2020, Act 1049, to harmonize our decentralization framework. These amended laws will be submitted to Parliament in 2026. Mr. Speaker, I want to submit and place on record the primary legislation for local governance in this country is Act 936. Before Act 936 was Act 462. The hazard will bear me out. Never have we had any act as Local Governance Act 923. How do you seek to review an act that does not exist? Yet, this is what, please, Mr. Speaker, you have to protect me. Yet, this is what the finance minister presents to this house, stated in black and white that Act 923 for local governance is going to be reviewed. There is no such act. This adds to the many pointers that my colleagues have done, that a lot of information in this budget is inaccurate. And Mr. Speaker, going forward is important. Mr. Speaker, this is the Parliament of Ghana. This is the House of Records. The records have captured same. And I'll beg of you, Mr. Speaker, if you could give some directions for this to be expanded from the records, because there is no such act as Local Governance Act 923. Mr. Speaker, again, this country in 2024, August, took delivery of equipment under the DRIP program to maintain our roads. Every district assembly in this country had a set of equipment. Mr. Speaker, the idea is to make sure that our roads in communities in Ghana are maintained so that we do not yearly spend money under the budget of the road ministry to go and reshape roads and manage them. Mr. Speaker, it will surprise you to note that having spent $178 million United States dollars to purchase group equipment, this budget under roads is still allocating monies to the ministry to ask contractors to go and maintain feeder roads. This is wastage. This should never be made to happen. Mr. Speaker, the DRIP program is at a near collapse. When this equipment came, part of the agreement was to have the supplier maintain these equipment. Mr. Speaker, go around the country today. It's a common sight to see DRIP equipment hang on blocks. I was traveling from Sine to Atebubu, found one caterpillar hang on blocks. Meanwhile, there were supposed to be mobile service centers. Mr. Speaker, I met the same spectacle in Kumasi a week before. There are reports of people mismanaging these equipment every now and then. Mr. Speaker, 2 budgets have been presented in the life of this government. Nowhere is a sentence mention made of the DRIP initiative. We need to take care of our national assets. Mr. Speaker, it will be absolutely unacceptable for government to spend money under the Ministry of Roads to go and maintain our feeder roads when these DRIP equipments are in every community. They are meant to create jobs. They are job promises government did. Government has not been able to, leader. They are promises your government did. They've not been able to fulfill. DRIP comes handy in providing jobs for our teeming youth. Unfortunately, we are not paying attention to it, and it's being treated in a way that I'm afraid may kill this laudable initiative. Mr. Speaker, I want to applaud the NPP government as well, under Nana Akufo-Addo, for introducing development initiatives such as the Ghana Secondary City Support Program, the SOCO initiative, the safety net, and so on. Mr. Speaker, these are initiatives that are meant to help accelerate development. Critical infrastructure needs of communities that government cannot fund on itself in real time. Government has had to have agreement with international development partners to support our programs. Mr. Speaker, I can say it was not until about a month ago that SOCO, which has seen a lot of transformation in northern Ghana, communities are benefiting from real projects, which is impacting their lives. Unfortunately, it has been standstill for about 10 months. Same with safety net. It was not until about 3 weeks to 1 month that I'm told there is an indication that it's going to be happening. I've seen the same expression in the budget, but it is just not right for 10 months such a program to be idle. This budget does not mention any policy direction in terms of what we think we want to do with Secondary City Support Program. Mr. Speaker, these are laudable initiatives introduced by the previous government. Let us not kill it under the altar of politics. Mr. Speaker, a lot of promises have been made in the 2025 budget, and the worst is being done in the 2026 budget. I'm sad that the local government minister is left. Mr. Speaker, if you go to page 86, paragraph 494,